Have you ever noticed some people always have a crisis, always have drama, always have something going wrong, and when one problem gets solved, another mysteriously appears? It's not bad luck, it's not the universe being cruel, it's something far stranger. They're addicted to problems, and they don't even know it. There was a woman named Meera, 32 years old, smart, capable, good job, loving family. But if you asked her how she was, the answer was always the same: stressed, so much going on. There was always a crisis, always a drama, always something she was battling. My boss is impossible to work with. My mother-in-law is driving me crazy. My neighbors are so inconsiderate. This city is unbearable. Everything is against me. Her friends listened patiently, offered advice, tried to help, but nothing ever changed. Because the moment one problem got resolved, another appeared. Boss transferred, now the new boss was even worse. Mother-in-law visited less, now her own mother was too demanding. Moved to a quieter neighborhood, now it was too isolated and boring. It was exhausting to watch, but more exhausting to be. One day, her childhood friend Priya visited. They hadn't seen each other in 10 years. Priya was peaceful, content, smiling easily. Life wasn't perfect, but she seemed okay with it. Meera, meanwhile, unloaded everything for 2 hours straight. Every problem, every injustice, every frustration. Priya listened quietly. Then she asked a strange question. "Meera, what would you do if all these problems disappeared tomorrow?" Meera blinked. "What do you mean?" "I mean, what if your boss became kind, your mother-in-law stopped interfering, your neighbors became silent, traffic disappeared? What if everything you're complaining about just vanished? What would you do then?" Meera opened her mouth, closed it. She had no answer, because she'd never imagined a life without problems. Priya continued gently. "I've been listening to you for 2 hours, and I realized something. You're not trying to solve your problems, you're feeding them. You talk about them constantly, you replay them, you find new angles to be upset about. It's like you need them." "That's ridiculous," Meera snapped. "Who wants problems?" "Your ego does," Priya said politely. Meera was offended, but later that night alone, Priya's words haunted her. Your ego needs them. What did that even mean? She started noticing something. When things were going well, when there was no crisis, no drama, no problem to complain about, she felt empty, restless, like something was missing. And then, almost unconsciously, she'd find something. A small annoyance would become a major issue. A neutral comment would become an insult. Peace would feel boring, so she'd create conflict just to feel alive. One morning, she caught herself. Her boss had complimented her work. It was a good day. But within an hour, she was irritated about something trivial, the office temperature, a colleague's tone. And then she realized she was looking for a problem, hunting for it. Because without a problem, she didn't know who she was. The problems gave her identity. They gave her something to talk about. They made her feel important, like a warrior battling against the world. They gave her a role, the victim, the fighter, the sufferer. Without problems, she was just Meera, and she'd forgotten who that was. She called Priya. "I think I'm addicted to problems." Priya smiled sadly. "Most people are. The ego survives by creating a sense of self, and the easiest way to do that is through conflict, drama, problems. It makes you feel real. It makes you feel like you're doing something, fighting something, overcoming something." "But I'm not overcoming anything. I'm just stuck." Exactly. Because you're not trying to solve the problems, you're using them to avoid the silence, to avoid the present moment, to avoid just being. Meera felt something crack open. All these years, she thought she was unlucky. She thought life was hard. She thought the world was against her. But the truth, she was unconsciously creating problems to give her ego something to hold on to. Your ego doesn't want peace. Peace means it disappears. It has nothing to fight, nothing to prove, nothing to defend. So it creates problems constantly. It turns small annoyances into major dramas. It finds conflict where there is none. It replays old wounds. It imagines future disasters. It needs problems to survive. And you mistake this for life being hard. But life isn't the problem. Your ego's addiction to problems is the problem. Watch what happens when things are going well. Does your mind immediately find something to worry about? Does peace make you uncomfortable? Do you almost feel guilty when you're not stressed? That's your ego panicking, because without problems, it has no identity. The present moment has no problems. Problems only exist in the past: regret, resentment, or future, worry, fear. When you're fully present, problems dissolve. That's why your ego keeps pulling you out of now, into thoughts about what's wrong, what could go wrong, what did go wrong. Meera started a practice. Whenever she noticed herself spiraling into problem thinking, she'd stop and ask, am I solving this or am I feeding it? Most of the time, she was feeding it. So she'd choose differently. She let the problem be without making it her identity. She let peace exist without sabotaging it with manufactured drama. It was hard at first. Her ego fought back. It kept saying, but what about? And she gently replied, not now. Right now, I'm just here. Slowly, life became simpler, lighter, not because problems disappeared, but because she stopped being addicted to them. The ego will always find problems, but you don't have to feed them. If this opened your eyes, hit like, share with someone addicted to drama, subscribe for wisdom that sets you free.